Hello everyone and welcome back to a new tutorial on the how to make a pet simulator X style game series. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a how to fix the data saving system, and also we are going to be making a system for dropping coins when you destroy a certain drop, and you can also collect those coins and it will award the player. Also, if you guys want to support me and want to have access to all of the project files, including the one you're watching right now, they will all be available on my Patreon in the $10 tier. Okay, so what we're going to start with is fixing the leader stats bug. So as you can see right now, I have two values inside of my leader stats folder, but if I leave the game and rejoin, I'll have four. So I'll check these, and as you can see, I have two coins values and two gem values. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix that. So just scroll down here, and what I'm gonna do is check if toString I is equal. So if toString I is equal to leader stats, then what we're gonna do is local leader stats is equal to. And what I'm gonna do is set this to okay, so player.leader stats. Then we need to set this value variable up here. So value is equal to, and I'm just going to set it to leader stats square brackets C square brackets 1. Else we're gonna copy all of this. So Control X to cut and paste it here. Now that should work, but the first thing you're gonna need to do is reset your data store key. So I'm just going to change this to my data 21, and I'm going to play the game and see if this works. So I have two leader stats values, and I'm going to go here and open an egg so that I have less coins. And now I'm gonna leave the game, rejoin, and as you can see, I should still have my pet, and I have two values inside of the leader stats folder. Now what I'm gonna do is make the player rewarding system. So if you destroy a drop, it should drop coins. So the first thing you're gonna do is add a folder inside of the main folder underscore workspace, and I'm just going to rename it to coin, or maybe currency drops. And what I'm gonna do is just go to the workspace, and I'm going to add a block, and I'm going to change its size to 1,1,1. And then I'm going to make sure that it's transparent, so transparency is equal to 1, and I'm going to add a billboard GY, and I'm going to check always on top, and I'm also going to change its size to 1,0,1,0, or maybe 1.5,0, 1.5,0, and this should work. Now what I'm going to just add an image label to this, and I'm going to change its size to 1,0,1,0, and then I'm going to change its image. So I'm going to go to the toolbox, and I'm just going to pick a random coin image. Maybe I'll see if I have one inside of my toolbox. Okay, so I don't have any coin images that I can use. I'm just going to look for a coin in the toolbox, and I think I'm going to choose this one. Okay, I'm gonna use this one, and I'm just going to paste in the image. So right click and copy asset ID and just paste it there. And now I'm going to make the background transparency 1. And yeah, that's going to be our coin drop. And make sure that that anchored is unchecked. So anchored, unchecked, and can collide, true. Now I'm going to rename this to coin drop. And what I'm going to do is put it inside of replicated storage for now. Actually, I'm going to add a folder, and I'm going to call it assets. And I'm just going to add a folder called currency drops, and I'm just going to drag the coin drop there. And now what I'm gonna do is go to start player script, and I'm going to add a module script. This module script will be called currency dropper. So currency dropper. And what I'm gonna do is, okay, so I'm gonna have a function in here, function module dot drop coins, or maybe drop currency, and that's going to take the object that we want to drop, so object comma and the amount of objects that we want to drop, and the C frame, like the original C frame that we want this to spawn from, and so a list of IDs. So I'm just going to type in GYDs. I'll show you what a GYD is later, but for now, just do this. So this is just a table of IDs that we're gonna get, and then we're gonna loop through from, so for I is equal to from 1 to the amount do and task.spawn function. And what I'm gonna do, local drop is equal to and object clone and drop dot parent is equal to workspace dot main folder underscore workspace dot currency drops, and local ID is equal to instance dot new and string value ID dot value is equal to GYDs. Now, as I said, this is a table, so we're gonna get the index, so square brackets I, and ID dot name is equal to ID, and ID dot parent is equal to drop. And then what I'm gonna do is get the angle, so local angle is equal to I multiplied by and brackets math.pi, so math.pi multiplied by 2 to get the full circle, and we're gonna divide the whole thing by the amount of drops that we're gonna get. So we're gonna get a certain angle for each drop on the radius of the circle, and local x is equal to math.cos and angle, and we're gonna multiply that by 5. By the way, 5 is the radius, so how so the distance between each drop. I'm gonna have that in here, so local radius is equal to 5, and I'm just going to multiply this by the radius, and local z is equal to and math dot sine this time, and angle multiplied by the radius. Now what I'm gonna do is get the position, so local position is equal to and C frame multiplied by C frame dot new x comma 0 comma z dot position, and then we're gonna get the direction, so local direction is equal to and position minus C frame dot position, and then we need the force, so local force. Now we need a certain force to push the coin upwards so that it spreads all around, so local force is equal to the direction plus vector3 dot new and math dot random from -2 to 2 and comma 30, so we're gonna push it up 30 studs, math dot random -2 to 2 so that it's a bit randomized. Now what I'm gonna do is drop dot position is equal to C frame dot position, and then drop dot assembly, so assembly linear velocity is equal to force multiplied by drop dot assembly mass. Now we're gonna wait 1 second, so that's dot wait 1, and we're gonna add a value that will allow us to collect the drop, so local can collect is equal to instance.new string value and can collect dot name is equal to can collect, and can collect dot parent is equal to the drop itself. And then okay, so we are done with our drop currency thing. Now what I'm gonna do is find when we should call this function. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go to the workspace. Okay, so select your drop, and I'm going to go to the plus icon, and I'm going to search for award. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna search for int value, and this is just going to be how much we're gonna award the player for destroying this drop. I'm going to set it to 100 coins, and I'm just going to rename it to coin value, or maybe coin award. And I'm just going to paste it inside of this one too. Okay, so red drop. I'm just going to do the same thing. And what I'm gonna do now is go to, okay, I'm gonna go to the main client script. And in here, when we destroy the drop, what I'm gonna do is fire a remote event. So I'm going to add a remote, and I'm going to call it, okay, I'm gonna call it award on destroy. Okay, so add remote event, and I'm going to call it, where is it? Okay, I'm going to call it award on destroy. And then what I'm going to do here is just do remotes dot fire, actually dot award on destroy colon fire client colon fire server, sorry. And that's just going to take the drop's name. So maybe drop dot name. Okay, so drop dot name, and what I'm gonna do next is just go to the, okay, so where is it, main server script. And what I'm gonna do is game dot replicated storage dot remotes dot award on destroy dot on server event colon connect function. Actually, I'm sorry, we need to make this a remote function. I'm really sorry about that. So just add a remote function here, and just call it same thing, award on destroy. And I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to do the, okay, so local result is equal to remote.award on destroy on fire server, invoke server, and that should work. Now go back to your main client scripts and game.replicated storage dot remotes dot award on destroy dot server invoke is equal to function. That's going to take the player and the object, or the drop name, and the C frame, so and CF. Okay, so object C frame, or actually yes. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, actually I'm not going to get the C frame. Okay, so local drop. What I'm gonna do is check if the player actually has the area in which the drop is contained. So what I'm gonna do is check if player dot areas. Okay, so we have an areas thing. So if player dot areas, gonna find first child drop area, then we're gonna continue, but we need to set this variable. So local drop area is equal to nil, and we're gonna set this drop area. So for underscore comma v in pairs workspace in pairs main folder underscore workspace dot drops colon get children do. For underscore comma drop, actually this v should be renamed to area. For underscore comma drop in pairs area colon get children do. And what I'm gonna do is just check if drop dot name is equal to drop name, then, and drop area is equal to area dot name. Okay, so this should work. Now I'm just going to check if drop area, then we're gonna check if the player actually owns the area, and then we are going to generate some GYDs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just create a table for the GYDs. So local GYDs is equal to an empty table, And now we need to get the actual drop. So local drop is equal to nil. And after setting this, drop is equal to drop. And actually, this should be V. I'm gonna change this to V. Okay, and this should be drop area. So just do this. And now I'm going to change, okay. And then we're gonna break this. Now what I'm gonna do is local coin award is equal to drop dot coin award dot value. So coin award dot value. Now what we're gonna do is go back here, and on the services in here, we're gonna get HTTP service. HTTP service is equal to game call get service HTTP service, and then I'm gonna scroll down, and in the GYDs here, what we're gonna do is generate. So we want to spawn 5 different coins. So for I is equal to 5 from 1 to 5 do. And local GYD is equal to HTTP service called generate GYD, and just we don't need to wrap this in curly braces, so just false. And table.insert GYDs comma GYD. So GYDs comma GYD, not GYDs comma GYDs. Okay. Now what we need to do after inserting that, what I'm gonna do is just okay. So I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to create a table. It's going to be called coin drops. And it's going to be equal to an empty table. And on the player added event, what we're gonna do is just okay, so if not coin drops square brackets player, then coin drops square brackets player is equal to a table. And now I'm going to scroll down here, and okay, so I'm going to look through the GYDs for I, v in pairs GYDs do, and table.insert gem drops, I mean coin drops, what am I doing? Coin award, wait, coin drops square brackets player comma V. Now what we need to do is just return true. Okay, actually we are going to return the okay, so we're gonna return okay, I'm going to return true. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna return true, and I'm going to fire a remote called drop coins. So I'm going to go to the remotes folder. Where is it? Remote, and I'm going to add a remote event called drop coins. Now what I'm gonna do is just in here remotes game.replicated storage.remotes.drop coins fire client. That's going to take the player object cframe, so object cf comma and the GYDs list, and in here we're also going to send the object cf. And I'm going to go back here to the main client, and when we send this, we're gonna send drop dot primary part dot cframe. Now we're gonna go back to the main server. Okay, so this looks good. So what I'm gonna do next is just go back to my main client script. Okay, so go back to the main client script, and what I'm gonna do is remotes dot drop coins dot on client event connect function, and it's going to take the cframe comma GYDs, and then I'm just going to go up here and just do local currency dropper is equal to require, and just player. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Script dot parent dot currency dropper. Script dot parent colon wait for child currency dropper, and currency dropper dot drop currency, and that's going to take replicated storage dot assets dot currency drops dot coin drop comma, and that's also going to take the number that we want to spawn, so 5 comma c frame plus vector 3 dot new 0 comma 4 comma 0. So we're gonna spawn the coins a bit up by 4 studs, and we're also going to send the GYDs. Okay, so this should work. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the game, see if this works. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and equip my pet. I'm gonna equip my pet, and I'm just going to send it over to the red drop. And I do not have my area's value, so I'm just going to buy the area number 2. And then I'm gonna go. Okay, so I bought area 1. Now this should be in area 1. I'm gonna check. Drops area 1. Okay, so this one is in area 1. So I'm going to click this. Wait for it to destroy, and we're gonna see what happens. As you can see, nothing happens, which means we got an error. So coin award dot val. Okay, so coin awards is equal to dot value not value. Now I'm gonna play the game again and see if this works. Okay, so this still doesn't work. It says server script service then index nil with coin award. So coin award is not a thing. So coin award drop dot coin award. Okay, so I think this should work, and I think the problem is we don't have the actual drop here. So I think that's why this is happening. And oh, that's why this should be drop is equal to v, and everything should work fine now. Okay, so I'm gonna join the game. By the first area. Why does it not play between though? Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna equip a pet, and I'm going to destroy this one. And it destroys it, and it spawns the coins. Okay. So they do spawn. Now what I'm gonna do is make a system for collecting the drops. Okay, so to do that, it's very easy. We are just going to add a module script here. Or maybe you can just do it in the main client script. I'm just going to do, okay, so run servers.heartbeat. Okay, I'm gonna do it in here. Okay, so we're gonna need to get the, actually, okay, I'm just gonna do it in here. Run servers.run.render steps, connect function, and we're gonna need 2 variables. We're gonna need the, okay, so local dbounce table, or db, is equal to an empty table, and local distance from which we can collect. So distance is equal to 12. So 12 studs away. And what I'm going to do in here is get the player's character. So local character is equal to player.character or player.character added colon wait. And we're going to check if the character is there. So if it is there, then we're going to loop through all of the currency drops. So for underscore comma v in pairs main folder. Okay, so workspace dot main folder, or workspace colon wait for child main folder underscore workspace colon wait for child currency drops colon get children do. And if if square brackets v dot position, so the v dot position minus character dot primary part dot position dot magnitude. By the way, do this outside of the brackets, is less or equal to the distance, then actually, and v confined first child can collect. Then v.anchored is equal to true. Tween service create v comma tween info dot new 0.2 and comma square brackets curly brackets c frame is equal to character dot humanoid root bar dot c frame colon play. And then what we need to do is just check. Okay, so if then wait, so we check that, and then okay, so after doing that, we are also going to check if v.position minus character.primary part.position magnitude is less or equal than 3. Then if not, square brackets dbounce, if not db. Okay, so if not db square brackets v, then db square brackets v is equal to true. And if okay, so I'm just going to remotes.give. I'm going to add a remote event in here. I'm going to rename it to give coins, and remotes.give coins colon fire server, and that's going to take the v.id value. And then what we're going to do is okay, so v.id value v.id value, and we'll wait 5 seconds. So task.wait 5 seconds, and db square brackets v is equal to 0, and v colon destroy. When it gets that close, we're gonna destroy it. So now I'm going to play the game and just hope that this is gonna work. Now it's not going to give us coins yet, but I just want to see if the collection will work. Why did this just disappear? Oh, it's because I own it. Okay, so I'm just going to send this here, and I'm going to get away and see if this is gonna work. It drops the coins. If I get close to them, I can collect them. Okay, great. But now I think that they're okay. So now I need to give the player the coins. So main server, and game.replicated storage.remotes.give coins.on server event connect function player. And what we need to do now is just go here. Okay, so I'm just gonna think about this. Okay, if table.find coin drops square brackets player comma gyd. No, actually this is going to take the player and the gyd. Then I'm also going to go back. Where is it? So on the main client we do send the id. Okay, so gyd, then player dot stats dot coins dot value plus equal to the amount. Now we're gonna get this amount shortly, but for now it's just going to be 1. And then table dot remove coin drops square brackets player comma table dot find coin drops square brackets player comma gyd. Just make sure you're doing it correctly. Now I'm gonna think of a way to get the amount, but I'm just gonna play the game for now and see if this is gonna give me coins. Okay, so if I equip my pet and just send it here, just stand there, and if I go ahead and collect my coins, I do not get anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Change this to leader stats. Leader stats. Play the game again. Okay, so it's almost destroyed. It's destroyed. Now it should. Okay, so it does give me coins now, and it's secure. But now we need to figure out a way to get the amount. Okay, so I got it working, and the way I did this is by okay, so in here when we are looping through the GYDs, I changed, so coin drop square brackets player square brackets v is equal to an empty table, and inside of that table we are creating this awards thing, and we are variable, and we are setting it to math.round coin award divided by 5. So just to add these 2 lines of code, and now down here I'm checking if coin drop square brackets player, and we find the GYD in there, then we are adding up to the player's coins values. So coin drop square brackets player square brackets GYD square brackets award, so we are adding that value, and we are just removing that from the table. So just copy this and paste it in, and it should work just fine. So if I just wait for my pets to load in, equip it, and I'm just going to send my pet there, this should work. I'm just going to wait for this, and it does work. So I'm just going to collect these, and as you can see, they do give me quite a lot of coins, and that is because it's 100 divided by 5, so each coin is worth that value. Now what I'm gonna do is just close all of these, and I'm just going to put this one inside of the first area too. And now what we need to do is get rid of the area 2 folder. And now when we are, I want to see if we can still send the pets. If we can still do that, then we need to fix it, because we should only be able to send the pets to the areas that we have. Oh, actually I can do that, but I'm gonna check what will happen if I remove my area 1 value. And we can still attack it, so we're gonna have to fix that. It's very simple. We just enter our where is it? I think I have it on the main server script. Okay, right here on the main server script. What we should do is check if, okay, so if player dot areas find first child drop dot parent. Okay, so if player, okay, where is this? So drop dot parent dot name, then we're gonna do all of this. If not, then nothing is gonna happen. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is add a default area to my areas value. So I'm just going to add a string value, and it's just going to be renamed to area 1. And this is going to be named area, actually, this is going to be renamed to area 0. So the default area is the area 0. And these 2 should be in the area 0. Okay. Now this should work. Okay, so drops area 0. I should have area 0, so I should be able to do that. So I should be able to attack them, both of them. But if I just go ahead and change this name, this parent's name to area 1, then I should not be able to attack it. So as you can see, nothing happens. I'm just going to leave the game now. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's tutorial. If this helped, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!